Hi everyone, and welcome to the 6th to the 12th of September vibes. This is an interesting week. There is an aspect of, I wouldn't say fakeness, but there's an aspect of disconnection coming in that feels like, and I'm just going to go straight to the bat because I can't even sugarcoat a nice intro for this, because this week is just all about like, this is what we're doing. And this is what we should move towards, perhaps looking at doing more of, instead of focusing on things that just doesn't hold true value anymore. You know that feeling of like you're busy and you're so busy, but you almost feel like you're busy trying to do nothing, or you're busy doing nothing. It's like that concept of the hamster in the wheel. You're running, and you're running fast, and you're getting tired. You're showing all the symptoms of exhaustion, but you're not really getting anywhere. You're not really truly making any progress. And that is what this week's vibe is here to show you. It's here to show you, hey, where have you been busy spinning your wheels? Where have you been busy trying to do things or accomplish things or move into different areas of your life? And you're really truly trying to put effort in. But you don't see anything coming from that. You don't see anything of value being produced. There's no positive ripple effect coming out of that. You don't even really see how it's showing up in your future, or how it could potentially show up in your future. So this week, this vibe is showing you, well, the initial idea that you had is great. However, there is a misfire. There's something where you are not fully connecting the dots clearly. And I can't help but feel what this vibe is coming in to show you is a sense of self-sabotage. I said it. Self-sabotage. Is there maybe a part of you that is scared of finally achieving success? Is there a part of you that is comfortable to maybe spin your wheels, to struggle, to always feel challenged, to always feel busy, but you're not really getting to your goal, because if you did, you might have to face your lack of worthiness of claiming what you really truly are worthy of and what you deserve to have? Is this maybe a self-sabotage block that is now coming in, and this vibe is showing you, like right in your face, hey, you're working really hard, but you're working hard towards what? Where is it that you don't see results, where you feel, I put in so much energy into that, and it's just not happening. It's just not happening for me, at least, right? So that's how you might be feeling. You might feel everyone else is getting what they want, but I am not. I'm always the one that feels maybe picked on. I'm always the one that feels being held back or pushed back. This vibe is telling you that your environment is not much so the problem. It's not necessarily where the issue is. It is the approach that you have and the mindset that you have with that approach that could be subtly sabotaging your progress. It could be that you're, like mass producing on things that just doesn't really carry any value. But what adds value to it for you is, of course, the energy and the time and the effort that you're putting into that. But it's not translating into the quality of the work that ends up coming out at the end of the day. So my question to you is, and what this vibe is trying to like spotlight for you, how would you really feel if you actually finally did get what you want? If you actually finally did create what you've been pushing yourself so hard for, towards, to, wherever it is, whether it's a project, a destination, what would you actually really have to feel that you might not be ready to feel? You see, sometimes to feel real, true self-worth, as great as it sounds, and as much as it's like, wow, I want that, yes, you might actually feel once you do really get there, it's, do I deserve this? How long is this going to last? How long before someone else comes along and destroys it or ruins it or takes it away? How long is it before someone else is going to move the spotlight away from you and onto them or onto something else? So what's really truly coming up here is a fear of success. It could also be that there's a fear of not having this panic, not having this stress to distract you, right? Because if you achieve the success, then you don't have this distraction anymore, right? Now the question, of course, as you can see where I'm going with this, and you know what I'm going to ask you, what would you have to look at and feel in life that you maybe are not ready to look at if you didn't have this distraction? And secondly, what would you eventually do with the success if you finally have it? Is there then a new fear of failure? Meaning, what's going to happen? Is someone going to take this away? How am I going to deal with that? I'd rather not have the loss, so I'd rather have the loss right now instead of creating something that can be lost and then I might potentially deal with the fear of having that. Sometimes the fear that we have of something is so great that we already live our lives as though we already don't have it. But then we're putting in all this effort trying to achieve the positive outcome. But look from what mindset, headspace, mind, everything that you're trying to manifest from. You're manifesting and you're creating from a place of lack. And this week also, if you feel that your health is challenged, if you feel maybe your immune system is flaring up and it's showing that there's a ripple effect. Of course, if your immune system's not doing well, then other aspects of your body will also not be doing well. But it depends on the psychosomatic message of that part of the body, especially whatever it is that's the theme for you this week. That will depend on which area of your body it will be flaring up. In this case, when we work really hard, we might find that our neck, your shoulders, you might be feeling that quite a lot this week. If you feel there's a lot more tension than what there normally is, then yeah, that's exactly it. Right? It's by feeling, and what this is actually telling you, it's really interesting, that your fears are controlling the direction that you're moving towards in your life and not your true, authentic free will. There you go. So there's a very powerful insight right there. And you have all the power now in your hands with this knowledge, because knowledge is power. And with this information, you can now start to move away from this and change this and completely turn it around. Because this week is a slight challenging week, because knowing all this and feeling all these emotions, it's going to feel a lot harder, much more challenging to make a decision. It might feel that, a decision is normally easy. It's not too bad for me to make a decision, but this week you're going to feel it's a little bit of a more complex. Is it the right decision? Is it not? Because all these emotions is going to trigger a lot of self-doubt. But also closer to the end of the week, there is a happy vibe coming in. There is a positive outcome that can come from you navigating this week with ease and with grace. And remember, if you don't know how to manage something, if you don't know what to do, the best thing that you can do is pause. Absolutely pause. Because even if you do have to miss a deadline, instead of doing everything wrong and messing up an entire project, sometimes being a little bit late or just delaying things just a little bit and just breathing through the impatience, which I know most of you have, and that's okay, because yes, there's passion, there's excitement. But don't let that blind you to avoiding one step that you just needed to wait a little bit more, compared to having a massive string of consequences to deal with. So, guys, there you have it for this week. So be aware, have awareness, and be mindful, and you'll be absolutely perfectly fine. See you next week. And until then, be the light that you are. Thank you for watching this video, and I'm sure that you learned a lot. So guys, subscribe to my channel here and also hit the notifications bar, and so that you can get notified every time when I upload a new video. So guys, also remember to share the video and also look out for courses that I have below in the description bar. And until next time, be the light that you are.